So I learned a very hard lesson last Sunday that has to do with threshold manners. Now, disclaimer, no dogs were hurt, no dogs were killed, but I got hurt pretty bad having to do with this thing. And luckily for me, the best way that I learn is the hard way. I learn what not to do. So kind of what happened here, and I tell my clients this all the time, working on threshold manners is very important. Not just when your dog's trying to exit your house, but when they enter your house as well. It's a safety thing, but it's also a respect thing. You don't need them barging in front of you. You want them to wait to be released to come in or out of the house. But this was a good kick in the pants for me as a reminder to practice what I preach, because I was pretty lax with my own dogs on that rule. And I'll break down what happened. So Champ, my lab, was already outside, and I keep doing this. He was already outside. It was 7 in the morning. Roman was inside. He woke me up. He wanted to go outside. So I went and opened the door, which opens inward. Champ, not really his fault because I didn't really work on this. He got excited that Roman was coming out, or that I was coming out potentially, and barged into the door. Door open, swings inward, caught my toenail on my big toe, ripped it completely off. It hurt like a son of a bitch. And I've had toenail issues before, but this is the first time that it was ripped off. Luckily there wasn't really a whole lot of blood, but it took me, I couldn't put a shoe on that foot for a week because it killed me, and it was just throbbing every day. And it actually impacted some training with my clients because I couldn't run. It hurt to put any sort of pressure on it because I'm not talking like a little bit of nail was left. The entire thing, the cuticle, everything. It was just raw skin under there, and it's very tender. So I wanted to share this as a reminder to myself, again, practice what you preach, but also to teach others to learn from my mistakes, because I don't want this to happen to anybody else. It was a freak accident for sure, but it could have easily been prevented, and you can bet your bottom dollar we're working on those threshold manners now. So I'll kind of share how I'm doing that, getting him to not barge through the door. Yeah, practice them. They are important. And if anybody out there's got kind of a sick, twisted mind like I do, I love all the Saw movies. I love that horror. MTV Scarred was my jam. I couldn't stop watching it, even though it was people breaking their ankles left and right. I'll put the picture of my toe the morning of that it happened. It's really not that bad. Hush, not that bloody. But it's just kind of gross. So if you want to stop, if you want to see that, swipe to the right. If you're queasy and don't like injury photos, don't do it. But if you can't help yourself,